Hello and welcome to my farming upgrade guide for the Farming Guild Herb Patch. In this video I will present to you all possible upgrades for the Farming Guild Herb Patch and how to get them. For the structure of the video I will first tell you about the unique upgrades of the patch, and afterwards we will look in the general farming upgrades that improve your farm run. And first let me speak about how to unlock this herb patch. You will need access to the Farming Guild in order to use this patch. And to access the Farming Guild, you will need 60 Hasidic House Favor and 45 Farming. Because this patch is in the intermediate tier, you will need 65 Farming instead. And now to the teleports. The first viable teleport is the Battlefront teleport. With this teleport, it will take you around 50 seconds to reach the patch. All travel times assume that you are running. In order to use the teleport, you will need 23 magic and 60% Authorized House Favor. The next shorter teleport is through the Fairy Ring CIR. In order to use the Fairy Ring, you need to have them unlocked from the Fairy Tales Part 2. They are unlocked in the middle of the quest, so you don't need to complete the quest. And it will allow you to reach the patch in 35 seconds. The next best option is through planting a spirit tree in the Farming Guild. To plant the tree there, you will need at least 85 farming, otherwise you cannot access the high level part of the guild. And it allows you to reach the patch in 11 seconds. But honestly, this is quite high level needed in order to access the patch. The next option is way easier to unlock and also quicker. I'm talking about the Skilling Necklace, which allows you to teleport to the Farming Guild entrance. From there you will only need 5 seconds to reach the patch. You can also teleport to the same place with the Farming Skilling Cape. But having 99 farming is for most people a dream for the future. But if you happen to have 99 farming and you are doing herb runs, you should always equip it, why I will tell you in the general section of the guide. Now back to the Skilling Necklace. It is also possible to build it into your player-owned house. For that you will need 86 construction. In all the other guides I have not mentioned this, because the Skilling Necklace is a starting teleport for these. And there are better teleports you can upgrade too. But for the Farming Guild it is viable to reach 86 construction in order to use the fancy jewelry box. And now to the last upgrade for the Farming Guild herb patch. You can increase the yield by unlocking the Hard Current Diary. If you did that, the chance for harvest life depletion is decreased by 5%. How harvest lives exactly work is explained in the general upgrade part of the video. Just because I have not mentioned it till now, if you are using expensive herbs like Runner or Snapdragon, the Arceus spell Resurrect Crops is very useful. All before mentioned teleport methods do not require a specific spellbook, excluding the Battlefront teleport, which is already on the right spellbook. So if you are planting these seeds, you might as well use the spellbook. These were all the unique upgrades to the Farming Guild patch. And now to the general farming upgrades. These upgrades apply to all patches and will improve your farm runs in another way. In order to keep your farm run the most efficient, you should run all the time. The easiest way to do so is to unlock the best teleport to shorten the distance or leveling up your agility. But that's not all. You can also use supplies to keep yourself running. There are energy potions, super energy potions, stamina potions and summer pies. Energy potions restore 10% of your run energy. Super energy potions restore 20%. Stamina potions restore 20% of your run energy and reduce run energy depletion by 70% for 2 minutes. Summer pies restore 10% of run energy per bite and additionally boost your agility level by 5. This can be handy if you have to traverse obstacles in order to reach the patches. But if you are planning to do farm runs more consistently, it is probably better to get the required agility level. If you take now money in consideration, you will pay the least with energy potions. 10 GP per percent of energy. For super energies, you would pay 25 GP per percent. For the summer pies, you are paying 35 GP per percent, but you also get a 5 level agility boost. For the stamina potion, you would pay 55 GP per percent. From this standpoint, the stamina potion would be the worst. But actually, it is the best because of the run energy depletion reduction. Because of the depletion reduction, you will be able to run all the time. And that makes the farm run more efficient. You can also increase the duration of the potion by equipping a charged Ring of Endurance. The Ring of Endurance is charged with stamina potions and doubles the duration of the stamina potion effect. The ring also reduces run energy depletion by 15% just by wearing it. The only downside to the ring is its cost. It currently costs about 60 million GP in the Grand Exchange. But there is still a problem with stamina potions. And that happens when you are not running because you are standing. Usually this happens when you are harvesting. At that time you are not using the potion's effect. There are several ways to solve this. The best is not to be dependent on stamina potions. And you can achieve that by unlocking better teleports, which shorten the travel time. Another option to help you with your harvesting problem with the stamina potion is the graceful set. Every piece of the set lowers your weight, which allows you to run further. Additionally, it improves your run energy restoration if you are walking or standing. And with this effect you can counter the stamina potion problem. Because if you're harvesting your crops, you are standing and the graceful set effect is active. So if you have the graceful set, you should always wear it on your farm runs. An additional option would be the Explorer's Ring, which can restore run energy several times a day. For that you need at least the Easy Lumbridge Diary or better. The problem with the ring is that your restorations are limited per day. And if you're farming a lot, you might run out of charges. If you have the Easy Diary completed, you can replenish 50% of run energy twice per day. The Medium Diary increases that to a third restoration. And for the Hard Diary you can increase that even further, to 4 times a day. Interestingly, the Elite Diary decreases the amount to 3 times a day, but increases the restoration to 100% of run energy. These were all the improvements for the constantly running part of the guide. In the next part we will look into the yield. And in order to improve your yield, we need to talk about harvest lives. Every patch has 3 harvest lives, and by picking a herb, there is a chance that the life is removed. And you can increase these lives by using Compost. It will give you 1 extra harvest life, so 4. For Super Compost you will get 2 additional harvest lives, bringing the lives number up to 5. And the best compost is Ultra Compost, and it adds 3 extra lives. So with Ultra Compost you have 6 harvest lives. But what are harvest lives good for if they never come into play? Because the patch got diseased or died. One solution for that is the before mentioned Resurrect Crops spell from the Arceus spellbook. But we do not need to let it get this far. You can lower the chance for disease by using Compost. As mentioned before, there are 3 kinds of compost. Every kind improves the resilience of the patch against disease. And also here the rule applies, the better the compost, the better the protection. So you should always use Ultra Compost. An item that can help saving money with compost is the bottomless compost bucket. It can store up to 10,000 charges of compost in this bucket. And for every compost bucket filled into the bottomless one, you will get 2 charges, which will save you a lot of money over time. But that's not the end with the bottomless bucket. It also gives you a lot of convenience. Before you needed to withdraw buckets from the 2 leprechaun. With this bucket, this is not necessary anymore, making the farm run all in all faster. Now that we have talked about compost, we have to go back to harvest lives. It is one thing to add more lives to the patch. It is another to keep them. It is possible to decrease the chance for removing harvest lives. The first one is a higher farming level. If you're farming regularly, this is a self-solving problem. The first item that can improve the chances are the magic secateurs. They will lower the chance by 10% and are obtained while doing Fairy Tales Part 1. The next chance improvement is with the farming cape. It will lower the chance by 5%, but you will need 99 farming in order to get this bonus. The 5% bonus applies only to herb patches. For any other kind of crop, sadly there is no effect. You can get an additional 5% by planting the Atlas seed in the Anima patch, which is located in the farming guild. It is also possible to plant the Eazor and Kronos seed in this patch. The Eazor plant will decrease the chance for disease for all the patches. If you combine this effect with Ultra Compost, the disease chances are minuscule. The Kronos plant gives the chance to skip a growth phase for all of your plants. Because this is only synchronized for trees, it's not as useful for herbs. There's only one Anima patch, so you can only have one of these effects at the same time. There's one final tip I can give you for your herb harvest. You can improve the harvesting rate by clicking the patch fast. If you're doing this, every tick a herb is gathered. So if you're interested in the most efficient way to harvest herbs, this is a must do. This is everything I have to say for farming upgrades. If you liked the video, like and share. If you want to see more guides, you should subscribe. And at last, thank you for watching and have a nice day.